And I always love learning about more of the businesses that you may not know about or know very little about that are accredited by the Better Business Bureau. John Straub is here in the morning on this Tuesday. How you doing, man?
Good morning, Mark. You know, we're going to wrap up Black Business Owners Month in August here.
Right.
And we have an awesome guest today. I had met, how some people have two names, Mark Gunn, John Straub. Well, we have a young lady now. You know her by Yero. When you get that name, it's embedded in your heart and in your mind. I met Yero a couple years ago down at the Louisville Central Community Center. She had just started her business in photography, and we got to talking. And so then several months ago, she gave me a call and said, John, I want to be part of the Better Business Bureau. So, Yero, I'm going to introduce you to our listeners. She's got an amazing story from Houston, Texas, all the way over to Louisville, Kentucky. So, Yero, tell us a little bit about why you decided to become part of the Better Business Bureau and why it's important for your business.
Well, hey, guys. Hey, everybody. Thank you again so much for letting me come on this show to wrap up the best of the month with the best photographer, or one of the best photographers. Let me not say that because I don't want no smoke when it comes to photographers. But no, so again, my name is Yero, and I am the co-owner of Two Hearts Media, and it's photography and videography. And I decided to join the BBB. I have to keep me memorized. It's 3 Bs, not 4 or 5 or 2 or anything like that. But I decided to join because as a photographer, always having some type of credentials or having something that has vetted me always helps me grow as a photographer and gets me into spaces that I might not normally be there if people don't know that I have, a network or support to back me up to say, hey, this person is good, this person knows what they're talking about. So joining you guys really has opened the doors for me to be able to go to companies to be like, hey, are you looking for something? Well, I don't know if you're good. Oh, well, I'm BBB accredited. Let me just slide that accreditation over to you. So they're like, oh, okay, well, yeah, I've worked with them before, and you have an A, and people have good reviews. So it's like, oh, okay. Now let me look at your website and see what you have. So that's one of those things. I was like, okay, having those little letters behind you really, really does help.
It does help because photography is such a crowded space.
Oversaturation is the understatement of everything. And being a female photographer, literally the camera that I have, you can buy at Best Buy. Granted, you might need a couple stacks to get it, but still, you can still buy it. So a lot of people are like, oh, well, it's just a camera. I got a cell phone. I can do this. Okay, sure.
Well, and they do say that the best camera you have is the one that you own. But, but
knowing how to use it, and for me, photography is not just a job. It's really a passion for me. Like, I really do love telling people stories with my lens. And when I say lens, because we do both still photography and we do videography as well. And I do everything with my camera. I have camera, will travel. My camera is portable. I go everywhere. I got portable lights. I can do wherever you need me to, go wherever you need to go. And one of the things that people really like about me, I'm not, I'm just saying that I like to look outside the box. I don't, when I tell people, and I always tell people all the time, I'm going to give you this one tip for free. Take the picture that you want people to see, not necessarily what you see. So you have to look at it differently.
So basically, you want that shot to be as others would see you rather than as you would see yourself.
Yes.
Okay.
Exactly. And I typically tell that to food people, so chefs or anybody who's making a product or something like that, because you're always seeing your pictures looking down at it, right?
Right.
But if you look up at it, that's a whole different angle. You see different things, and you want people to see it in a different light, in a different angle. So I always tell people, just don't just look at it. Just look all around it. Look 360. Take a 360 and see what actually works best for you.
Right, and a lot of stuff that's pleasing to the eye, because photographers have different styles. There are some that have what I call a reality-based look, where everything is just kind of flat. There are some, like you, I've seen some of your work, that incorporate a lot of bokeh. Bokeh is that background blur that you see in a lot of photos, especially with portrait photography. And to the degree of what you're using as far as your lens, your composition, you can get various degrees of bokeh that make your photos pop. And your photos have a warm-ish or warmer tone. There's a consistent warmer tone to a lot of your work that I see that I don't see with a lot of other photographers.
Aw.
So that could be more or less your signature look.
Now that you say that, yes. Now that you say that, I look at that and like, do I? Yeah, no. Yeah. Those earthy tones, those warms, because I want you to feel something when you're looking at my pictures. But those are, I guess you would only get that when I do pictures in color. I do black and whites as well.
Right.
And those are different, drastically. Black and whites are always drastically different when it comes to the color portion of it. But yeah, no, I do. I guess I do have a style. I just identified I have a style now.
There you go. And that's the thing with as a photographer, unless you deliberately set out to develop your own style, you won't know that you have it. But what you notice over time is a consistency. There's a constant. There's one constant in the look of all of your photographs. You could take a picture of a dog. You could take a product shot of food, or kids playing, or action shots, and there's a consistency. There's something about those photos, and each and every one, that is the same. And it's not necessarily the camera. It's not necessarily the lens. It may not even be necessarily something that's done in post-production. But there is just that certain je ne sais quoi about every photo that every photographer has. They have their own style. Some are just not aware of it. But I think other people that look at their work, if they know what they're looking for, if they know what they're looking at, they go, oh, okay. And the beautiful thing about it is it's all subtle. It's all very, very subtle. But we want to get people to your website.
Yes.
How can they get there?
So they can go to www.2heartsmedia.com. So that's the number 2, heartsmedia.com. They can, and that is the same for if you want to find me on Instagram or if you want to find me on Facebook. I am literally the only Yero in Kentucky. Yero.
Right.
That is my given name. My parents gave it to me for my birthday. So you can just find me there. I am also on TikTok. I'm Yero Media.
Okay.
And I'm getting better into the TikToks.
There you go. Yeah, right.
It's hard to get into it because once I get on there, I'm like, I'm going to create a video, but then I see something and then I'm, hours later, it's like, oh, I meant to get on here to create a video, but I'm watching other content. But content creation is something that I'm trying to get into as well, because a lot of businesses, they need content.
Right.
And I tell people, if you're a business owner, having a team that can make that content creation for you versus you having to figure that out, plus you got all the other stuff that you got to do, it's kind of hard. So you can call me, Yero, at 2heartsmedia.com, and we can work things out for you and make it beautiful and make it warm. Like you said,
there you go.
Make it warm.
And of course, as a business that you may, if you are a business that you want to get accredited by the BBB, John?
Yes, absolutely. You can give me a call at 588-0065 or call bbb.org, and you'll click on a spot that says Get Accredited, and you can become a passionate business owner like Yero right here. She's taken that passion into photography, and that photography overflows into her pictures, and that can help your business as well. So connect. We're all going to connect and internet together. And I want to take an opportunity to thank WLOU for partnering with BBB, because I just heard you a while ago do a survey of black businesses in the cities. And with the partnership of WLOU, you have helped lift up the black business owner community. You've partnered with the BBB, and I want to thank you for doing that. So I want Louisville to be on that top list very, very soon.
All right, John Straub and Yero with us this morning. It is 8:29. We are the original soul of Louisville, 104.7 WLOU.